All right. So I don't know the exact count. I know I saw something the other day. Someone maybe can post this to the chat. I'm assuming there are 40 days left of 2021. So let that sink in. All right, 40 days, and then we are on to 2022. Is that right? It's just a blur now. Everything is just crazy. So I believe, and I saw somebody sent something to me the other day and it said 45 days left. That's why I'm assuming it was 5 days ago. And now it's, about 40 days left. All right. So most people, unfortunately, what they do is they tap out, right? Right now, it's holidays. It's getting, where I am, it gets dark at, seems like 3:45, it starts getting dark. And by 7 o'clock, it feels like midnight. So people are tired and a lot of people ship it in. Now, if this is not you, that's great. All right. If you are out there making it happen, none of this applies to you. I'm just talking about human nature, and they look for, all the holidays that are coming up, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, holiday season it is that you celebrate. And then New Year's, they stumble into the next year. And by January or February, they have their goals. Okay. And they start to wake up and start moving. Okay, that can't be you. All right. I want to talk a little bit about making these last 40 days count. Exiting the year with a bang. This in-between period where you can start, you can really focus. So by the time you get to January 1st, you are white hot. Your muscles are already warmed up. Your mind is ready. Your body's ready to just attack whatever's going to happen. And I'm saying this to myself. You don't want to start January 1st or January 10th or February 1st like the rest of the world. Start now. And then by January, look, I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions. I'm a fan of resolutions. I believe that when things happen to you, you should change and make an adjustment immediately. But I still love New Year's. Everybody knows that. I do. I feel like this year, it's going to be different. This year is going to be different. I always think like that. And I think I'm pretty disciplined. I feel like, I'm pretty consistent. I'm pretty secure in terms of my routines and things like that. But I always feel something magical about the turn of the year. Always, 100%. I feel like, man, when the clock ticks over and it goes to 2022, man, I just feel a new enthusiasm. But if you really want to capitalize on it, make these last 40 days count. Make these last 40 days count. Go on Amazon and order like 3 or 4 books, small books that you're going to read on areas you need to strengthen. It could be sales. It could be people skills. It could be leadership. It could be discipline. It could be time management. It could be a great attitude. Put some great stuff in your mind. Instill a new habit over the last 40 days. It could be starting a new routine. Wake up a little bit earlier. Go to bed a little bit later. Eliminate some distractions and negative, toxic things from your life. It could be television. It could be whatever, bad habits that you have. Eating properly, whatever it is. And start off on the right foot. And have a 40, prospect 5 people a day, send out, make calls, and see if you can run a streak for take it one day at a time, but see if you can add up to 40 days, man. And obviously, I know you'll take a couple days off for the holidays, but remember, it's holiday, not holla week, not holla month, right? Always remember that it's not, you got Christmas Eve, Christmas, Thanksgiving is 1 day, 1.5 days, and I get it, but sprinkle in your business, right? I mean, I do a lot of work during this time, right? November's a huge month for us, and we do a lot of things to propel ourselves for the next year. And I believe, obviously we had last year was our best year. This year was our best year. I mean, every year it's been, but I believe we're going to have a year of growth next year. That's what I believe. I think we've been very productive, but never mistake income with size. Sometimes you're making more money, but you haven't grown your business. In our business, now it's time to grow. All right. And that's what today's training is going to be. We have a short, quick training on some prospecting things. And always remember this. All right. Prospecting, and we're talking today about prospecting specifically for new agents, but prospecting is anything. Okay. And prospecting has to become a way of life for you in our business. You can prospect for clients, you can prospect for recruits, you can prospect for referrals, you can prospect online. There's a lot of ways you can generate new potential contacts to help grow your business. But it has to be something that you're thinking about often, something that you're collaborating all the time. Business owners, what do we think about? Growing our business. It's just something that we can't turn off. And that starts with being in that creative stage of prospecting. And one thing that Art Williams, our founder, a long time ago said, he said, the best way to prospect is a recruit's natural market. That's what companies have understood forever. If you look at, right, a lot of you guys know this story, right? When I got started into the business, the person that brought me into the business, we got approached because we did a training appointment with one of my recruits. His name was Kevin Wigglesworth. We used to call him Dr. Wiggles. He was one of my first recruits. I met him at the Bose store in Leesburg. A lot of you guys don't know that place because it shut down. And his uncle was a recruiter for Morgan Stanley. And we did an appointment with his aunt and uncle, and this guy tried to recruit us. And he said, we are looking for new agents. We want to grow. And I started thinking in my mind, we can become Morgan Stanley. We can hire people. We can create new markets by hiring new agents. See, if you get a client may refer you to 5 to 10 potential clients. But if you get a new agent gives you 10 to 20 potential new agents and 25 to 50 new clients. And companies understand this. That's why Allstate, Morgan Stanley, all of these insurance, financial services brokerages, they're all looking for new, Edward Jones, they're looking for new agents, because for new agents are people finders, they're client finders. And that's why we have to find people. And the best way to prospect is a recruit's natural market. Now, how you get that recruit is one thing. You can do it online, you can do it face-to-face, you can do it through your clients, you can meet people, all those things that you can do. But once you get that recruit, you have to go into their market, because that's the best place to prospect. And we give ideas, we share ideas all the time on prospecting. Here's another tip, right? You need to find three avenues of prospecting that you'll do consistently. Don't just do one. You can have one as a strength, but you need to do 3 that you can do consistently. That'll sharpen your game. It's like a multi-sport athlete. Sometimes people, they play basketball and football, basketball and baseball. It actually makes them better at their original sport. Why? Because you exercise different muscles, different thinking, different strategies. It humbles you. Same thing. Do 3 avenues of prospecting that you'll do consistently. And your goal is to build that muscle. Do something consistently every day. And then the last thing is volume. You want to grow your numbers. You can't build a great organization doing small numbers. Okay. That means, like, if you're contacting people on the phone, maybe it's 50, 75 people a day, whatever it is, you can't do 1 or 2. You got to do, more than that. So today I was going to ask one of my good friends and one of our best recruiters, Josh, to help me with video prospecting, because he does an incredible job with that. And somebody asked me to have Josh kind of do a little bit of a tutorial. So I called Josh very early this morning, and he went through his process, which is airtight, just very good. And so we have an incredible animated video, motion graphics video. It's about 18 minutes. I think it's actually a little bit less. And some of us are using that. This is just one avenue that you can do. Some people use the webinar, some people do interviews, some people do whatever it is that you want to do to grow your organization. I like the animated video because it's short, it's a cartoon, people watch stuff, but you have to have a process, and Josh has a very good process. And I have about 10 people that are using these videos, and Josh sends more than all 10 of them, all other 9 of them combined. I just looked at the numbers. That's how high quantity he does this. And obviously I think he through his team, you saw he had, if I botch the names, I'm sorry. Jamal, I know, is one, and I believe Walter, they got 5, 6 recruits. How do you know if something's working? If your new people are getting new agents. That's how it works. Not if you do it. If you do it, that's great. You're talented. But are you working multiple levels? And Josh has, I know, like I said, I think it was Walter and Jamal. Each of them got 5 directs from using systems like this. So I'm going to unmute you, Josh, and I'll actually make you the host because I think you worked on a PowerPoint. Are you unmuted, yes, buddy? All right. Should I make you the host? Do you have a presentation to do?
Yeah, I put it together. Mm-hmm.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you helping me. And I'll interview you as we go through this. I'll ask questions. So as you kind of. All right, take it away, man.
All right, thanks, team, for having me. Shaq wanted me to go over exactly what we do when we're making a phone call to set up the recruiting appointment, and what we do when the recruiting appointment starts. So sharing.
Yeah, if you need to role play with me, Josh.
Yeah. All right, just some how-tos on the setting of the RA and doing of the RA. So the first things first, we've got a 3-way text message. This is actually when you have already successfully recruited somebody else, and now you're looking to recruit people under them, building a team for them. If you're just meeting someone for the first time, obviously this wouldn't be what you do. You might just exchange your information with that person right there and then. Or if it's in your warm market, just set the appointment up on the phone. But if you're building teams for other people, which you should be, this is the message that I use, and I don't send it. I have the recruit send it. So if I recruited Jamal, when I recruited Jamal, I sent him this text message and I said, hey, buddy, listen, this is the text that we use to help people grow teams of their own. And what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to send this message to all the people on your list, because we had just made a list in the orientation, that do not have children. Send this message.
So you use this for out of the market prospects, right? When we say out of the market, meaning 0 to 3-pointers, people that we should potentially recruit first, because going to them for an FNA or a financial plan training appointment would probably be fruitless, because they don't have kids, they're not married, they probably live, with roommates or at home. So we're going to go on the recruiting side first.
Yes.
Okay.
And because, for the in-market folks, we're going to set QAs with them and then recruit them on the back end as well.
And remember, Josh, because we've been doing a good job of getting new people, so people don't know what these acronyms mean. Qualified appointments mean people that are married. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So now that you've sent the message out, or you've made a soft introduction with a brand new direct person, you got to call them. And this is what the words of the phone calls kind of sound like, how it goes. The first thing you're going to do is introduce yourself and why you're calling. So if you want to role play, Shaq, I'll call you.
Go ahead.
So you say, hello. Hey, how's it going, Shaq? How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Who's this?
This is Josh. I don't think we've had the pleasure of speaking yet. Your friend Jamal actually referred you to me.
I think he sent me a text or something, right?
Yeah, awesome. Good. So I didn't want to hold you too long, actually. I just wanted to call you before my next meeting and introduce myself as one of the brokers in our firm and just kind of see what you're doing for work now.
I am working at a government contractor.
Okay, that's pretty cool. A lot of people do that around here. How long have you been doing that?
About 6 years.
6 years. Okay. So you must love it. Would you say you enjoy it?
It's okay. I mean, it pays the bills. It's a job.
It's a job. Okay. Well, out of curiosity, if it were flexible enough and the money were right, you were able to work from home, do you keep your options open for better opportunities?
Yeah, always.
Okay. So, like I said, I didn't want to hold you too long, Shaq. Are you familiar with Zoom?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And so my team knows when they hear those words, are you familiar with Zoom? My entire team knows what's about to happen right after that. As soon as they hear that, it's done. That's the transition. That's where the magic happens. So you said, yes, you're familiar with Zoom. Great. So what I'd like to do is set up a Zoom interview with you where we can chat a little more in depth on what we're offering. And if it's a good fit for you and, us as well, we can chat a little more from there. Is that fair?
Sure.
Okay. So we actually created a digital company overview during the pandemic, Shaq, just to get people a little bit more information quicker on what we do. I'll just need you to take a look at that before we meet. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. What is
Okay.
it?
Yeah, so it's a digital company overview. It's about 15 minutes long. It'll get you some more information on what we do, how our people get compensated, and more on the licenses.
Okay.
And I'll send you my Zoom invitation as well. What's a better day for you, Shaq? Tomorrow, Sunday, or Monday?
I think tomorrow's fine.
Tomorrow, Saturday. And do you prefer morning, afternoon? What's better?
Yeah, morning.
Morning. Okay, so I got a meeting from 9:30 to 11. So can you do 11:30?
Yeah, 11:30 will work.
Okay, so tomorrow, 11:30. I'll send you that digital overview. Be sure to check it out and my Zoom, and I'm looking forward to chatting more. Take care.
All right, see you tomorrow. I'll look for it.
That's it.
Okay, go back to the other slide, Josh. All right. So I'm going to jump in here, Josh, and you can tell me. I'll kind of interview me and you can kind of do this together. So obviously, if you're new, you're not going to be doing a lot of this on your own. Your trainer will be doing it for you. Josh said this. I don't know if anybody picked up on it. He said, when my teammates hear this, they know the magic happens here. This is it. They know what's about to happen next. That let me know that he's making calls with his teammates for his teammates and they are listening. Okay. Because ultimately he wants to train them on how to do this on their own. So you can multiply yourself. Okay. So if you're new, your trainer will be doing a lot of